Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on 13 News at noon. I'm Karen Campbell. If you've gotten out this morning, or actually right now, you might have run into some rain. We want to show you some weather video from earlier today from the south side of Indianapolis. Yeah, of course, you know, the rain coming down, but luckily no major flooding this time happening with the rain that we've gotten. Let's give you a live look at what it looks like right now outside. This is downtown Indianapolis. Of course, the rain slowing down, but Sean Ash is here to tell us, are we expected to see more showers this afternoon, later tonight?
It won't be as widespread, I will tell you that. It will be the more hit and miss variety. And I mean, you're talking about the best of both worlds here. We needed the rain badly. Yeah. We didn't want any severe weather, and we dodged it, so that's good too. Want to show you some radar rain estimates around parts of the metro area. Over 2-inch reports there in Speedway, western Marion County, over 1 inch Meridian Hills, over 1 inch in Lawrence. Again, sight for sore eyes, and radar estimating over 3 inches around parts of Morgan County. Big hit here from Bloomington, Columbus, down into south central Indiana and north central as well. Lighter amounts far east, and there's a little pocket of lighter amounts there, but this again was just what the doctor ordered in central Indiana. There goes that complex of storms. We're seeing the clouds thin out. Temperatures at this hour flirting with 80, and the dew points, it is just miserably humid outside, and it's going to be that way all day long. You take that moisture with the daytime heating, and voila, we are going to see some hit and miss thunderstorms popping up. Not everywhere, but the stronger cells could produce some localized severe gusts. They're sun driven, so this will shut down by about 9 or 10 p.m. here. So we go into the weekend, we still have another chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk about that, and a cool change in the 7-day in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Sean. And you all can keep track of potential storms with the WTHR weather app. You can check radar and our weather blog. This is a free download. You can find it in your phone's app store. A Perry Township school bus carrying children was struck on the south side of Indianapolis this morning. Thankfully, no one was hurt. School officials say the bus was traveling down Madison Avenue when a vehicle hit it just after 7:30. 6 preschool students were on the bus. They were checked out and able to make it to school for the day. Now, drivers in the area urging people to slow down.
People running late, then speeding on the street, then they're not looking left, right, then happen like that. And that's bad. When kid inside the bus, be careful, man. That's very sad.
Yeah, this afternoon, police are investigating the cause of this crash. Also this afternoon, one person is dead after a crash in Lawrence. Just hours ago, we learned that victim's name. It happened just before 6 p.m. last night on Pendleton Pike near 65th Street. The crash involved a box truck and one other car. 60-year-old Muny was pronounced dead at the scene. We are working to learn the conditions of the other people involved. Officers say they are speaking with witnesses to find out more since there are no traffic lights at the site of that crash. And when we do get more information, we will make sure to report that to you on air and online at WTHR.com. 5 people now under arrest this afternoon in connection to the shooting death of a 15-year-old boy in Muncie. Investigators tell us the suspects are between the ages of 14 to 19. Now, they're all being held on preliminary charges of conspiracy to commit robbery resulting in death, as well as other charges. This comes after police found Latajon Phillips shot outside of Latitude Apartments Wednesday night. Phillips was taken to Riley Hospital here in Indy, but he later died. Now, we talked to a woman who tells us she witnessed the shooting right outside of her window.
We're looking out my bedroom window, and I see 3-4 kids standing outside across from my building in the playground area. Saw one with a flashlight, heard 2-3 more shots, and then I saw them take off the other way.
Officials with Muncie Central Schools tells us Phillips was a freshman at Muncie Central High School and a player on their football team. Counseling and support services are now available for any student that needs it. An update this afternoon in the death investigation of a 3-month-old baby boy in Lafayette. The child's father will be back in court next month on a new murder charge in connection to the killing of his son, Jacob Moneas. Just yesterday, Elisard Moneas made a court appearance. He faces multiple charges, including murder. An interpreter helped him communicate with the judge during the hearing. Now, Moneas says he doesn't understand why police say he killed someone. The man was arrested last weekend in Lawrence for allegedly hitting his wife with a tire iron or wrench. A silver alert was then issued for their son. Police later found baby Jacob in a bucket in their Lafayette apartment. He died from asphyxiation. New developments this afternoon. In the Delphi murders case, the judge has announced she will not drop charges against defendant Richard Allen. Allen's defense team asked Judge Francis Gold to dismiss the case because they say the state destroyed evidence that could help prove Allen's innocence. In her ruling, Judge Gold said the defense failed to show police destroyed the evidence or that the state acted in bad faith, so she denied the motion to dismiss charges. Allen is accused of killing Delphi teenagers Abby Williams and Libby German back in 2017. The judge also denied a request by the defense team to impose sanctions against the prosecutor. The defense claimed the prosecutor has been too slow to provide information and discovery materials to help Allen's attorneys prepare his defense. The judge did agree to grant some of the defense team's requests. And we have more on this case and these orders. You can find that on WTHR.com/Delphi. Well, now to an update on a story that we've been following. Tom Vaughn, he's back on the job, reinstated as Southport police chief less than a week after the mayor fired him. Now, the termination sparked confusion and concern from other city leaders and the community. So our Logan Gay spoke with both the chief and the mayor about this.
For the second day in a row, people in Southport gathered to convince Mayor Jim Cooney to give Southport Police Chief Tom Vaughn his job back. Cooney demoted Vaughn to an unpaid reserve officer for not following orders. Only this time, it didn't take much convincing.
We talked about the issues, disagreements, and so forth, and we came to an agreement of reinstatement, which we will have the details in the morning. I'm very excited about it.
Both Cooney and Vaughn say this decision came after a heart-to-heart this afternoon.
My biggest stipulation was, having some protection for the police chief so that he's just not at the will of one person.
I can't have a family and worrying about if I'm going to get fired in the middle of the night by an email. So we talked about that. He was all on board for that. He said that he agrees that the ordinance and the law is confusing.
We agreed to collaborate and communicate in a much better fashion than we had previously, which is all good for Southport.
That's something some Southport neighbors agreed with.
I wanted to commend our mayor and our police chief for, coming together, resolving issues, being gentlemen, and I think that's another way to lead our community and show them, how to resolve conflicts.
I'm proud that we were able to sit down and talk it out, debate different issues, and come up with a common ground that we can both live with. And the winners in this are the community.
Both the mayor and Chief Vaughn called this a win-win for the city. Now Vaughn says he's ready to get back to work.
It got ugly, and that's too bad. I wish that never happened, but I think the outcome is going to make us stronger than before.
That was our Logan Gay reporting tonight. The Indiana Fever are back on the court at Gainbridge tonight. They're hosting the Phoenix Mercury after taking a break for the Olympics. Tip-off set for 7:30 p.m.